business boosting content, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and like our posts.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our webinar this morning. I am Twané from the NSBC, and I'm so excited to host you today for today's session in partnership with Dext. Thank you for joining us. And today's webinar is focused on reducing the admin tax and reclaiming cash flow control. And we'll be unpacking insights, practical tools, and real value for SMEs. And I'm privileged to be joined today by our expert speaker from Dext, Tracy Jawhar. She's the General Manager of SMBs at Dext, and she will unpack the hidden cost of the admin tax that burdens small businesses and how reclaiming control of cash flow can really fuel growth. Thanks for being with us, Tracy.
Thank you so much, Twané. Great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Tracy, can you give us a short intro to yourself and your position at Dext?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the general manager for the small and medium business segment at Dext. For those of you who don't know it, Dext is a bookkeeping software expense management tool that really helps businesses get on top of their financial admin. So it allows to get receipts in, extract the data, automate it, and then cleans it, gives insights, and then pushes it into the accounting software such as Xero, Sage, and so on. In my role as general manager, I look after the value proposition, how to help business owners really get the most out of Dext, get the time back that they deserve, and just how to help them grow with Dext. I am based in London, but I spent a lot of time in South Africa. We have a lot of customers in South Africa, and we spent a lot of time last year just doing a roadshow, spending time with businesses, with accountants, bookkeepers. And I have to say now, I miss Cape Town. Now that it's...
This is exactly where I'm streaming from at the moment. So, yeah, beautiful weather here in Cape Town. And you're definitely very, very cold by you. I know we chatted earlier and it was literally 1 degree by you this morning.
1 degree. What's the temperature in Cape Town?
Today we'll reach 28.
Well, I
well, talking about locations, let's see from the audience, where is everybody joining from? Okay. Let's have a look here at the chat quickly. Johannesburg, Cape Town. Wonderful. Well, before we get started, just a few quick housekeeping notes. So this session is being recorded. You'll also get a replay afterwards. And you're welcome to submit questions in the chat at any time. So to start off this morning, we actually want to start with some interactive questions for our audience. So please go and comment in the chat and tell us a little bit more. So how many hours per week does your business actually spend on admin? If you had to more or less give an average of how much time you spend per week on your admin. We've also got Middelburg and Parktown, Kempton Park. Johannesburg is dominating today. Brakpan. Let's see. So more or less, how many hours per week does your business spend on admin? I mean, Tracy, just generally talking based on the NSBC and admin, we're always looking for tools and solutions to really streamline admin because it can be so time intensive to manage this. And like we spoke earlier as well, compliancy, and getting the foundations right. Oh, wow. Balesa, the whole day.
The whole day. That's a lot, huh?
Hours. 3 hours per day. So add that up. It's, 6 hours on admin per day.
10 hours per week.
30 hours. Wow. That is a lot of time spent on admin. Eastern Cape is also present there. And the next question for our audience is, if you suddenly got those hours, those few hours that you do spend on admin back every week by automating admin, how would you actually use that time? Two days per week. I mean, Tracy, if you add up all these hours, can you imagine what time that if you calculate per year, how much time they actually spend on admin?
Yeah. And can you imagine all the things you can do with all that time
Yeah.
back?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's absolutely is focusing on what is important in the business.
Yeah.
I would personally probably spend it on sales and marketing. So, and that's where the whole solution comes in, but we'll touch on that
Yeah. Growing the
shortly.
business.
Production. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, actively seek customers, absolutely. Finding new customers, sales, marketing your business, scale the business. Some great comments. Generate new business, there we go. So it's all about taking that admin time and eliminating it, and then focusing on growing the business. I think that is the main focus point that is coming across now. So now, Tracy, let's jump into it.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
So, based on your work with thousands of SMBs, what operational challenges are small businesses facing today?
Very pertinent question. We actually recently surveyed a large group of South African customers, like their Dext South African customers, business owners from all industries, and we asked that question. What came up very strongly is that the biggest challenge is not strategy or ambition. It is indeed the day-to-day admin that slows everything down. From our survey, 72% of South African SMBs have told us that manual time consuming tasks are the main pain points. So things like chasing receipts, VAT paperwork. I heard from so many customers that VAT paperwork is quite a nightmare, especially with the SARS regulation, keying in information. So that's been the main operational challenge. And we heard a lot of horror stories, by the way, of owners spending their Sunday evenings, uploading documents where they would rather be spending that with their families, to be honest, or
Absolutely.
teams, yeah, getting stuck in repetitive tasks. So, yeah, and we've seen from the chat that people would rather focus on growth. We had a quote from a customer saying that I spend more time wrestling with spreadsheets than running the business. It's a bit sad, but
Yeah,
really
great.
the main challenge is that admin has become a silent tax on the business's time.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tracy. That gives us a really great foundation. And what does the admin tax look like in practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's really the hidden cost that comes into the business that no one had accounted for, and that comes into the time lost. So we've seen how many hours people in the audience spent on this. So it's really the sheer hour of this. We spoke to owners who spend entire evenings sorting receipts. So that's the first bit, is just the time element. Then there's an actual cost element where businesses, just not knowing how to deal with this, start outsourcing. We've heard of businesses that they sometimes pay people to come in and key in invoices. One example is a business who pays someone to come in just twice a week just to key in invoices, and they pay
Oh,
them
wow.
100,000 rand a year, which is quite significant when you could be automating that. So that's the second element, which is the cost that you spend on it. And then the third element is the cash flow impact. We touched a bit on VAT. Obviously, VAT is in South Africa. What we've heard from our customers is that we know that it's very admin heavy. If you're late, if documents are missing, your refunds will get delayed. So that impacts
Yeah,
your cash flow, which impacts the health of the business. So it's
yeah,
these three things: the time, the
absolutely.
cost, and the cash flow. I don't know if that resonates with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love what Rose said here in the chat is what she would do with her time is she would use the time for self-empowerment, and that is also such an important point. If you can take
I
that
love that.
away and you can drive sales and you can empower yourself as a business owner. So that's really very, very interesting. And that leads perfectly into our next point. Why do SMBs struggle to get ahead of admin?
Honestly, it's not willingness, it's not lack of willingness or wanting to do it. It's that they don't know where to start. From our survey, 41% of the businesses said that they want to adopt new technology, but they didn't know how, and they felt overwhelmed by the solution. I mean, think about it. There's such a proliferation of tools out there, and that all of these tools promise the holy grail in terms of giving you all the time back.
Yeah.
But it's just, where do you start? How do you make that decision? You don't want to make the wrong investment and end up losing time. So it's not really a motivation problem. Everyone wants to do it. It's a guidance problem. So what they want is more clarity, simplicity, and just guidance on which are the right solutions in this situation.
Absolutely. No, absolutely great insight. Like they say, every hour you save on admin is an hour you can invest in growth.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's expand on that. What financial processes can SMBs absolutely not ignore?
Yeah, it's there are so many financial processes that SMEs have to run, but three really stand out from our conversations with businesses. The first is cash flow visibility. So some businesses are looking at cash flow weekly in order to be on top of it, in order to be on top of payments and seasonal dips. And especially in the early days, good cash flow management can make or break a business. And I
Absolutely.
know from speaking to a lot of businesses, this is what keeps them up at night. Will they make the next payroll? Will they make the next supplier payments? The second one is compliance and record keeping. Obviously, SARS is becoming increasingly digital, which is great, but there's always a need to keep digital copies and to have the proof. I think we were talking about it. You need to keep the records with SARS for 5 to 7 years. I believe.
Yeah, it's 5 years. However, they do recommend that you keep it for 7 years. Yeah. So imagine if you don't have that in place and having to dig into records that go 5 to 7 years back. I mean, that can set your business back weeks,
Yeah,
trying
and
to dig up all these documents. Yeah.
I bet it's not fun either. Do a little
No,
scavenger hunt.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it can also be a very expensive exercise if you're not able to do it yourself and you've got to outsource it and trying to spend that or use that and try and dig up records. So
Yeah.
from a time and cost perspective, it's absolutely not, it's vital.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
such an important point. Thank you.
Yeah. And look, the third one is real-time bookkeeping. Just having that real-time visibility of when the expense came through, as opposed to finding out about it 6 months later and getting a nasty surprise. So business owners and their financial advisors and their accountants have told us repeatedly that they really value keeping things up to date, in order to have that visibility and to manage the business and to avoid surprises. So these are the three things that make the business healthy and predictable.
Absolutely. So, Tracy, what impact is automation having on SMBs currently?
Yeah, it's. I will start with the most important one, which is time back. We've talked about just getting that time back to spend on family or on self-empowerment or on growth. The time back is a key one. The second one is really the stress element. If you're automating things, then you're less stressed. And then the final one is accuracy. So if you have automation, you're less likely to make mistakes. So So you're capturing documents faster, reducing errors, you're staying organized, you have all of your documents in one place, or you have everything in a very neatly organized. We've heard a lot of feedback on this from customers. Someone who mentioned, "Oh, I don't need to keep boxes of receipts anymore. It's less stressful, and information flows smoothly from my system." So
Yeah.
that's the key one. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, Tracy, that actually takes me back to the previous question when we spoke about how long the record keeping of things are, you know. And under the current guidelines from SARS is that you must retain all supporting documents, including invoices, for 5 years from the date of submission of the return. So SARS may request them to verify information declared. And however, if your entity is, for example, a company, some accounting laws require you to keep financial records for at least 7 years. So the general recommendation there is to keep invoices and all other financial records for a minimum of 7 years.
Yeah. I wonder if everyone does it. I wonder what
That's a good question. I wonder. Yeah, I
another
don't think
poll.
so. Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure a lot of SMEs still have sort of the boxes in the office and the filing system and keeping all invoices on site at the moment.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but you know what impact automation ultimately is having. It's really going back to that poll question that we asked, which is what would you do with that extra time back?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
ultimately, that is the real impact of automation is spending time on the things you want to spend time on, right?
Absolutely. You know, small steps in the right direction becomes big wins over time, and success in business is built on systems, not stress.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely
But
agree.
let's take it a step further. What separates businesses that thrive from those that feel stretched?
Yeah. I think, Tom, you had mentioned that for you it's important in this situation to surround yourself with the right partners and the right tools, and that's what we've seen consistently when we look at a lot of businesses across different industries, and we looked at those that achieved really higher returns versus those that didn't, and those that really did managed to do one thing really well consistently, which is they're not wearing all the hats themselves. There's this tendency for the business owner to do the admin, do the strategy, do the back office things, everything, be the receptionist. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just wearing all the hats. And those that manage to succeed manage to take some low value tasks, the admin heavy and repetitive ones, and they outsource them and they remove them from their plate entirely and clear up their mind to focus on the big things. Obviously, there is cost involved in it. And I can hear some
I
businesses.
wanted to go there.
Yeah.
You know, outsourcing doesn't necessarily mean that it's not affordable, first of
Yeah.
all. That is sort of a stigma that we must forget about. Outsourcing is about managing your time and at the end of the day, saving time and money. So a
Yeah.
lot of people think, no, it's easier to employ somebody like you mentioned, 100,000 Rand a year just to upload invoices, where that can cost them a minimal amount per year. And it's just about small businesses don't know about these solutions. And this is where platforms like this and educating the SME market to say, you really don't have to wear all hats. There's such
Yeah.
amazing platforms that are available that can really streamline things for you and save money and save time.
Yeah. You know, the other way to think about it is if I'm talking to a business owner or an entrepreneur or someone in a business, the question is, how much do you value your time? What is the price you put on an hour of your time? And then multiply this by these 3 hours a day, 8 hours a week. And that is the cost that you're paying. And then compare that to the cost of a tool that would save you this. So it's almost doing that ROI analysis of and
Absolutely,
being
yeah,
very thorough
absolutely.
with your time. This is what I
Yeah.
would encourage everyone to do.
Well, Tracy, that actually makes me think, like, what a small business actually goes and say, what is my hour worth? So if you look at any attorney, they've got a cost per hour.
Yeah.
So my cost per hour is straightforward. This is what it's going to cost you for my legal advice, my legal work per hour. But do we as small businesses look and say, okay, my hour is worth X amount of money? So if I do take that unnecessary meeting that could have been a quick 5-minute phone call, how much money did I waste? If I sit and upload invoices and managing my admin manually, how much is that costing me in my business at the end of the day? I think that's a very important exercise for any small business to do and say, what is my rate per hour?
Yeah, that's an important one, and
Yeah, no,
there are different
fantastic.
perspectives on it. Some may talk to their investors and ask them. Some have a think about, okay, what's my hour worth? And it's beyond the salary or anything that they pay themselves. It's
What
just
it's worth.
exactly. So I think maybe a good exercise for everyone is to have a think about that and just compare it to how much time they're
Yeah,
spending
yeah,
on
fantastic.
admin.
It's about working smarter, not harder, and let technology do the heavy lifting at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Tracy, how should SMBs think about choosing the right tools? How do they go about that?
Yeah. And then we touched at the beginning of, oh, it's overwhelming. There are so many tools in the market. I don't know where to start. I think this question is where we should all start, which is what are the key purchase criteria? What are the elements that I should think about when choosing the right tools? And we've, again, surveyed a lot of customers. We've also looked at the process in depth, and three things came up. The first one is the ease of use. You want a tool
Oh,
that's
yeah.
easy to use.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, technology can be extremely complicated. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
interrupting you there. And it's
Yeah.
about making it easy for a small business to use, because in of the day, if it's complicated, they're just going to leave it and it's not going to happen. So just really streamline it, make it simple to use. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's complicated, it will actually become another task rather than a solution.
Yeah.
We're trying to
100%
remove
right.
tasks, not add them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of businesses say that they want something intuitive that they can understand with minutes, not weeks. So that's the very first thing, something easy to use. The second thing is integration with existing tools. We've seen a massive proliferation of a lot of tools out
Yeah.
there, and that is, driving a lot of the decision. A lot of businesses, for example, are running on systems like Sage, Zero, just to name a few, but obviously there are a lot around CRM systems, and you want a tool that slots naturally into these workflows without creating duplicate work. And then the third one is actual real time savings. I mean, it can be easy to use, but it's actually not giving you time back. It's not Angry Birds is easy to use, but doesn't give you time back. So what
Yeah.
what is it delivering? What pain point in your workflow is it solving? So really these three things: ease of use, integration with other existing tools, and then real tangible time savings.
I mean, if you open up any new platform that you want to use and utilize in your business, within 15 seconds, you'll know, can I use this platform or not? And the moment you're going to need training, it sort of puts a damper on it. You know, you really don't want to have a complex platform where you have to now schedule training, you've got to schedule training for the team, and then that becomes cumbersome, so you want to really avoid that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, some great advice there. So, what makes Dex's approach different in reducing admin and improving workflows?
Yeah, a few things stand out with Dext. Customers have told us that they value first the exceptional accuracy in document capture. Dext is the most accurate tool in the market, and we extract the data with a high level of precision from receipts, invoices, bank statements. And this accuracy means that you have fewer corrections, cleaner books. So that's the very first thing. It does the job that it says it does.
And like we spoke
This,
about, it's about compliancy from the beginning.
yeah,
Don't wait to get these
exactly.
platforms in order, because start right, get your house in order, get your financial books in order from the start, and it's at the end of the day, like we previously mentioned, it's, once everything is up to date, you're compliant within your business, you can only grow from there. And when
Yeah.
it gets to having the need to access finance and your house isn't in order, it becomes a very, very difficult task to then suddenly try and fix it up. And time is not on your side when it comes to that.
Yeah. No, exactly. So yeah, the accuracy is the very first thing that comes to mind. The second thing is it's a workflow that connects all the dots. So Dext really slots into Zero, Sage, a lot of other systems. We have 11,000 integrations. So
Wow.
we are
Oh,
connected
wow.
with a lot of tools out there and a lot of bank integrations. We're connected with most banks in South Africa.
Wow, I
And
didn't know that. 11,000. That's a
yeah,
significant number. Very impressive.
yeah. So anything you can think of, and growing, of course, as new tools emerge, we add these integrations. But but yeah, so this workflow, it connects with other businesses, with other tools. Sorry, and we have different ways of bringing in data. So you can, through your email, if you get an email with a receipt, you forward it to Dex, it extracts the data. On your mobile app, you have a paper receipt, you take a picture, it takes all the information, it extracts it. We even have something called fetch, where Dext in the background goes and fetches information from your Amazon account, for example. So all of these receipts and admin automatically gets fed into Dext. So it's the workflow that's really well connected, and that's one of the things that really stands out. And the final thing, it's flexible and grows with the business. So if you have 5 users and 250 documents, or I don't know how many documents, we have a solution for it. But as your documents submissions grow, your number of users grow, we grow with the business. But also we have a lot of customers who have multiple entities, and we are well positioned to support on the multiple entity front. So yeah, what we've heard is that Dext doesn't replace existing systems; it enhances them, and at the end, it's fewer hours lost.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what your
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
has been.
Well, I also want to share with you that the NSBC has been using Dex for a couple of years now, and it's made a real difference in reducing admin and really improving our efficiency for our team. It's a platform where we've seen deliver real results firsthand, and it's about focusing on what matters most, because time at the end of the day is the most valuable resource within your business.
Yeah, it's so nice to hear that feedback. So I'm glad we're helping you solve that pain point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's made a real difference.
I'm glad.
So, Tracy, shall we open up the floor to any further questions from our audience this morning? Let's see what their feedback is. Maybe they've got any specific questions they'd like to ask us. So, in the chat box, please feel free to ask anything in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer your questions. And while the questions come in, I also just want to mention that Dex has got a special offer for our audience, where you can get a 3-month free trial of Dext. So our team will actually post for you the link. You can click directly on the link, and this is an amazing opportunity for you to really experience Dex firsthand during these 3 months. And I can guarantee you, once you've used those 3 months, you'll be a client for life, because it really streamlines your admin processes. There we go. We've got get your books VAT ready faster with Dex. Get 3 months free. Click here, and then you can take up your offer.
It does feel like VAT is the most painful part of the process. Would you
I
say
think
so?
that I would definitely say so. So it's I don't think anybody in South Africa likes the word VAT.
Yeah, because it's quite frequent, right, when you have to submit the VAT returns.
Yeah, and it's also, it's we also see a lot of the time you've got to, again, it's touching on the point when we spoke about surrounding yourself with the right solutions. So you've got to submit your VAT on invoices that sometimes haven't even been paid yet. So to manage that process and surrounding yourself with the right partners, the right solutions and platforms is crucial for any small business.
Yeah, for a lot of businesses that manage this in a really efficient way, they submit their VAT returns and get the refund even before they have to pay it. So they're really cash flow positive. So it's quite powerful.
See, we've got a question from William there. So do you all agree it's important to reclaim tax?
Well, I mean, it's part of managing the cash flow, right? And it is one of the costs on the business. And one of the questions was, what are the most important financial processes? And cash flow is indeed one of the most important financial processes for a business to manage, and what keeps a lot of businesses up at night. So it is indeed important when relevant to reclaim tax, because as we said earlier, there's the time tax on the business. So if you can reduce some tax, then you are better off.
See, there's Mugisi as well. Hi there. He's one of our loyal followers as well. And he wants to know if there's a link one can use for a tutorial of using the platform for the 3 months trial. So
Yeah.
you can actually go and click on the link. And if you've got any questions on how we can assist you with it, then we'll share some contact details with you as well. So if
Yeah.
anybody
We'll share
or
also.
any of the audience would like to go.
No, I was going to say we will share links as well to some learning tools after this webinar, so that you know where to find how to use it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So we'll send you the replay after this, and then we'll add some valuable resources for you. And if you'd like to connect with the NSBC or Dext for any more support or information, please feel free to reach out to us. We're here to help. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn, or you can email me at twané@nsbc.africa. They'll pop up the contact details there as well. And you're welcome to also connect directly with Tracy. So there we go. There's Tracy's email address and a LinkedIn page. So please do connect with us. Let's see how we can support you, what we can assist with. There we go. And go onto the link and browse around on the actual website for the free trial. Use it, see how much time, calculate how much time you can actually save in those 3 months using the Dext platform.
Yeah. I think there was a question on marketing e-commerce for digital tools. I suppose here with any tools for small businesses, it's about finding what small businesses want and meeting them where they are. And so just really understanding what is the pain point that they are trying to solve, and based on these pain points, adapting your communication for them and finding them halfway. If they are searching for tools on Google, then this is where you want to be. If they are searching on tools, I don't know, with partners like NSBC, then maybe this is.
That's my next point. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've got amazing partners, and anything to do with e-commerce, marketing, finance. So if you need any specific tools, needs advice, you're more than welcome to email us, connect with us, and we'll point you in the right direction. Yeah, I think, thank you so much, Tracy. Thank you to everyone who's joined us today. And yeah, thanks for sharing your such valuable insights. And I really hope that you're leaving with some practical, actionable strategies to really reduce your admin and reclaim more time in your own small business. Like I mentioned, connect with us, stay in contact, let us know how we can help you.
There's just this one question at the end. Is there a limited
Yes.
time free trial?
No,
Just
we're
to
good.
familiarize. Yeah.
Oh, a limited time, yeah.
Yeah, so in the link that we've shared, it's a 3 months free trial, so it allows you to familiarize yourself with Dext. Normally it's a 2-week free trial that we give customers, but in this case, it's 3 months. You can play with it, see how you enjoy it, and then it will definitely allow you to familiarize. Honestly, it does not need 3 months. Dext is so easy to use that in the first 2 weeks, you'll know how to use it.
Like I mentioned, Dext is permanently open on my desktop and on my phone. So it's a platform that I use on a daily basis. Yeah. Got some further comments coming in there. But yeah, if any other questions comes to mind, the audience is more than welcome to email us directly.
Yeah, there's a question. As a new tech startup, can your platform help with managing all document storage with regard to finance? Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is the bread and butter of what we do. All the documents are within Dext, and we keep all just documents related to finances, invoices, bank statements, credit card statements. So that's what helps with the bookkeeping. But we also have a tool that's called Vault that helps with storage and management of other company documents. I don't know, Twané, if you are familiar with this. This is a new tool of Dext, and even if it's car lease documents, even if it is legal documents, and it has smart AI that will let you know, oh, you have this deadline to renew your lease, or you should be aware of this thing renewing. So it's in addition to the bookkeeping element. So definitely there.
See, we've got a question there. How does a business stay cash flow positive consistently within this model?
It is one of the biggest challenges, right? I mean, the very first thing which we touched on at the beginning is really maintaining that real-time visibility. What people want to avoid is just these last-minute surprises. That's one big thing. The other one is managing your receivables and payables, right? The classic approach is if you can extend the terms with your suppliers and pay them a bit later, and advance your terms with your customers and get paid earlier, that's the best approach. So it goes down to negotiation strategy in there. And then, yeah, finally, I mean, having that visibility. So having the tools and the real-time approach will help you be cash flow positive.
Staying on top of your numbers, knowing your numbers.
Yeah.
I see they're asking for the link again. We'll share the link there again with you. And like I mentioned, we'll give you, or we'll send a replay to you with our contact details. Feel free to ask and connect with us. So thank you again for everybody for being with us this morning. We had a wonderful time, and have a great day further. Any closing remarks on your side, Tracy?
Just that it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and just I'm very passionate about businesses, small businesses. They're the backbone of the economy. There's just so much that innovation that happens at this level, and South African businesses in particular are very inspiring in terms of the resilience that they show, and in terms of the creativity. And I've had the pleasure of meeting so many of them with my time in South Africa, across Johannesburg, across Cape Town. We've spent a lot of time across the country, and I just don't I never cease to be amazed by the talent, the innovation, and really just really the resilience, and that's very inspiring. And I hope that this has been helpful for you, and that it's something for you to take forward. But yeah, it's been a pleasure being part of this and sharing some nuggets.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And I'll close off with one statement, and that is great things happen when you remove the barriers. that do hold you back. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
For more business boosting content, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and like our posts.